Hi, my name is Anna Boubier. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I just graduated from Cal Poly with my BA in Theater Arts. Now, I could definitely talk ad nauseum about the theater major at Cal Poly, but for the sake of brevity, there are three main points I'll highlight. One is that the theater major at Cal Poly is a BA program. The other is that it is a relatively small department. And the third is that it's definitely a student-driven department. So to break those down, starting with the BA of it all, when studying theater, there are kind of two routes you can take. One is the BA and the other is the BFA. Now, BFA stands for Bachelor of Fine Arts, and that's a more specific course of study. So, for example, a BFA in acting, whereas BA stands for Bachelor of Arts, and that's a slightly broader course of study. So the required coursework for a theater major at Cal Poly is going to include costume construction, stagecraft, acting, script analysis, playwriting, theater history. So you're really going to get a broad foundational understanding of theater. And you're going to be taking these classes right from day one. Because of the upside down learning curriculum at Cal Poly, you're going to be taking your general education courses along with your major courses from day one. So my very first quarter freshman year, I was in a costume construction class. We were learning different stitches, learning what it's like to run costumes backstage. And once word got out that I was in this class, I remember some of my roommates' friends coming over and being like, "Hey, can you fix this giant hole in my pants?" Or like, "Hey, can you sew this button on?" And it was very gratifying to be like, yes, I can fix that button for you. But nevertheless, moving on to the second point, the theater major at Cal Poly is a relatively small major. But what this means is that you are seen. You're not just a face in the crowd. The professors know your name. They know your interests. You know your peers. I mean, everyone is working on a production. They're working on something bigger than themselves. And I think it really helps create this community and this familial environment. And I think it really helped make Cal Poly feel for me a lot smaller than it really was, because I had this like theater family that I had on campus, especially the first year or so. It definitely helped me feel like I had a place on campus. It definitely helped me feel a little bit more settled. And the fact that the professors know you plays into my third point, that it's really a student-driven department. And so what I mean by this is that I very vividly remember my first few days being a theater major, professors impressing upon us to come up to them, to talk to them, tell us what we're interested in them, tell them what we're interested in. So I'm so passionate, I stumble over my words. To tell them what we're interested in, to let them help us find that professor who's doing what it is that you want to do. And to really to let them help you succeed. And these aren't just empty promises. This is definitely true. I remember my second quarter freshman year, I was in the stagecraft class, and I wanted to learn more about technical theater. So I approached our technical director and asked if I could work some form of tech for that production that quarter. We happened to be doing a musical that quarter, and so I was put on this $22,000 soundboard. They brought someone in to teach me how to run the soundboard, and I got to run sound that quarter for the musical, and that really sparked an interest in sound for me. And so then I approached one of our directors for an upcoming production and asked if I could sound design for that show. And then as a sophomore, I was able to sound design a main stage production, which is absolutely incredible to me when I think back on that. And I feel so grateful to have been in a department in which they encouraged and facilitated that exploration and trust their students to explore and to learn and to grow and really give them the reins in that sense. And this applies to whether you're looking to explore a lot of different areas of theater, or if you know what you want to do and you really want to hone your craft, and finding all the opportunities you can, whether that be in the classroom, with main stage productions, with different clubs on campus. So we have like a theater club on campus, we have an improv club on campus, or if you're looking to get that experience off campus, in a number of the theaters in the surrounding community, students have worked at those theaters, students have internshiped at those theaters in a variety of capacities. And so there are definitely a lot of opportunities in which students can take charge of their own education and really help refine it into what they're interested in, and help shape their education to facilitate them as they need it to. And I feel very lucky to have been able to been a part of the department for 4 years. So thank you for listening. I hope you learned something new, and check out the description below for some more resources.